What's up everyone, Blu-ray Hunter 24 here for another brand new video. I've been seeing these a lot the last few days, and these rankings of horror film series, basically like the Friday 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and the Halloweens. And I thought I'd do my own version of ranking the Halloween films from worst to best. This is my opinion. I know some of it's probably going to get a lot of criticism, a lot of agreement or whatever, but feel free to give your take as well, but please be respectful. Let's start off the list with the worst Halloween film, and in my opinion is the second Rob Zombie's Halloween. This film to me just destroyed Michael for what he is. He's a silent methodical killer. He doesn't go around, but I mean, yes, he tortures. When he kills him, he does torture him. He can be a little violent, but he was overly violent, like way too violent. They made Dr. Loomis a sellout, that he's willing to make a quick buck off of all those bad things that happen. Then they made Laurie Strode. It seemed like she was too like emotional. I mean, yeah, I understand she went through all that traumatic stuff from the first Rob Zombie one, but they made her too crazy. I do think Scout Taylor Compton does a good job as Laurie. Not as good as Jamie Lee Curtis, though. Nobody can top her. And the only thing good about this film was Sheriff Brackett, played by Brad Dourif, and Danielle Harris playing Annie Brackett. They were tremendous. They did a good job. Next up, Rob Zombie's Halloween. I do think it's good. Yes, it's a good different take, but again, he's still a little too brutal. I don't like that he's 6'9". But you know, I mean, I met Tyler, man. He's a cool guy, very nice guy. He did a good job in his own sense, but you know, they needed to make Michael shouldn't be no taller than about 6'2", 6'3" at the like that. But I do think everybody, besides all of that, they still have this. Everyone playing in the film was good. Malcolm McDowell did a good job as Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis, but he will never top Donald Pleasance. That role is, when it was written, it was made perfectly for Donald Pleasance. There's still a few too many brutal killings. And they made him this like I said, he's not silent, methodical. He's right there all the time. It's more of a Jason Voorhees thing, in my opinion. Up next is Halloween 6, Curse of Michael Myers. The original theatrical one they released, to me, was just garbage. I mean, I like George Will was my favorite Michael Myers, but in my opinion, they made him a little too weird in this one. But I just felt the movie was poorly put together. The only thing good about it, I would say, is Paul Rudd. I did meet Bradford English, was it John? That guy is completely opposite of what he is in this film. Don't shoot too much of a glare there. Producer's cut is much better. Is it still crap? Yes, but it's much better. Oh, I thought I had a digital copy. All right. Next up, in my opinion, actually, I don't need to cover it up because it was two-pack. Is H2O. Yes, H2O is a tremendous film. It does act as a good continuation from Part 2. Everybody did good in the film. It was a good story, but to me, it felt too much of a Jamie Lee Curtis, like a ego trip. I respect her. I think she's a tremendous actress. I have no ill will towards her. Just throughout the film, she's just constant. I mean, I understand. Yeah, she wants to defeat Michael, but the thing is, if you remember the first film, evil never dies. You can never kill it completely unless you, yes, chop his head off, blow him up, or throw him into a lava pit or something like that. But you know, they're never going to fully kill off the character. So to me, I mean, H2O, yes, Chris Strand did a good job as Michael. The thing I really didn't like about it was they changed the mask every scene. It looked like there's like five different masks they used, including a CGI one, which ticked a lot of fans off. And of course, LL Cool J did a good job as the security guard Ronnie. Tremendous job. Next up, this is probably what I'm gonna get a lot of flack for, is Resurrection. Yeah, I admit Busta Rhymes, karate chopping Michael, and all that was bad, but I thought the story was good, a different take. I like the fact that he kills her in the beginning, though they could have probably done it. Waited to the end and get her. Maybe made a whole story where gets all these guys in the house and then goes and finds where his sister is and gets her. Would have been better. I think Brad Lorry did a good job, or Lorray, I forgot how you really say his name. The mask to me looked pretty cool too, but then again, this is just my take. Up next, the one that people slam all the time is Halloween 3. Yeah, it's crap compared to the Halloween, the ones with Michael in it. It is crap, yes. But if you were to do this, just call it. I can't really do it that great. Halloween Season of the Witch. Get rid of Halloween 3 and just call it Season of the Witch. That film would have sold, but then again, at the time, if you put the Halloween name out, people are probably like, oh, let me check this out. People don't like it. For the longest time, didn't like it because Michael wasn't in it. Yeah, that does suck, I admit. You do see him in a couple scenes of the film, but it is a very good film. If you don't like it, I suggest giving it a chance. It's really good. Well, the music's great. I've met Tom Atkins, Tommy Lee Wallace. They're really cool. I told them, yeah. At first, I didn't like the film. Then I watched it 1 year. I'm like, sucks. Then I'm like, something drew me back in. Then over time, I'm like, Halloween 3 is not that bad a film. It is really, really awesome. Up next, Halloween 5. Yeah, I think the mask in here is probably the worst of them all. Even Halloween 6's mask is back. Of the original series. The Rob Zombie mask was the worst in my opinion. But in the original series, this is probably the worst mask of them all. But I do like Donald Shanks. As you see, I got it autographed by him. Danielle Harris did a good job as if at the end of 4, and having that psychic link to her uncle. Basically can sense when he's about to get someone and all that. To me, it was a tremendous film. It was rushed too fast. If they had waited another maybe year or two, developed the characters a little more, this film probably could have continued successful. I've met Donald Shanks. Like, I obviously got his autograph. He's a real cool guy. I've met nearly every other character in the film. They all said that they had a fun time doing this film, but it could have. Yes, I agree. It could have been done a little better, but what can you do now? Up next, George Wilbur's best performance, as I said before, my favorite Michael, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. The last one was Revenge of Michael Myers. This one I got signed by Dwight Little, for the director of Halloween 4. This was a tremendous way to bring Michael Myers back. People thought he was dead, or everyone assumed dead. People in that town were like, oh, dead. We could just move on and just celebrate Halloween as a normal day. Little do they know, him and Loomis survived the blast, and they survive. And Michael goes into a coma. Loomis gets like badly scarred, like here or here. I want to say it's over here. I don't know for 100% certain. He gets badly burnt, gets skin grafts and all that, and goes on. Michael wakes from his coma, finds Danielle Harris, his niece, Jamie Lloyd, who her mother, Jamie Lee Curtis, has died in a car crash. He just goes out and terrorizes the town, causes the power to go out. That's a really good feel. The mask, a lot of people don't like the mask, but I think it's a pretty dang good mask. It's very pale and creepy. Up next, I have 2 editions of this, is Halloween 2 and the Halloween 2. I'm going to show this one more. Halloween 2 basically picks up the second, literally to the second where the last film the original Halloween left off of, excuse me. This film is just really creepy in the hospital with Michael, just trying to find Laurie and just kill her for good. There's some good kills. where he sneaks in the house in the very beginning and gets that girl. The hot tub scene is tremendous. And he also, the syringe near the eyeball it's gruesome, but it's a good kill. Of course, stabbing that nurse in the back with the scalpel and lifting her in the air, showing his true strength. It's a good film, really good, well put together. Of course, at the end, you think, if you watch it, and I've never seen it before, spoilers obviously, you would think, oh, he's dead, film's over. But like I said, for part 4, they continued part 4. They didn't part 4, but excuse me. Part 4 actually was originally going to be a ghost story. Well, it kind of still looks like it anyway. Of course, number 1, the original Halloween. This film is an original classic. Very original. The music is just well put together. I put it up. It's probably got the greatest, most well-known horror movie theme of all time. Musical theme of all time too. It's just well put together. There's where you see Michael just being the silent, methodical killer that he is. You don't see him much for the first part of the film, like how in Jaws you don't see the shark much. And then when you see him, it's like, oh my goodness. To me, this film is just a pure classic. It's, thank God, in 2006, I think they preserved it, and I think it was like some congressional movie thing. I forgot exactly what it was, but yeah, they just put it well together. This film, you will never see a film that scares you like this, that has the eerie feeling to it. It cannot be topped. Yes, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street tried their best to do it. They were good. But something about this just will never be topped, and never ever will be. Well, that was my video for the ranking of the Halloween films. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Turn on the notifications for next up for every time I put a video up. This is Blu-ray Hunter 24. I'll see you later. Bye.